And my mom would come home and she'd be like, what happened? And I'd be like, and she'd be like, did you do all this? And I was like,
what is your favorite thing about the person or people who raised you?
I think like both my parents have always been very supportive of just like anything that I wanted to pursue, and like especially working in the arts. Like a lot of parents, especially ethnic parents, could be like very against that and being like, oh, why don't you do business or like medicine or like whatever. But my parents have always been very supportive with like do what makes you happy and like be creative and like stuff like that.
Is there anything like I can't talk about?
No.
Okay, cool. Okay, so my mom raised me, and she raised me to be very, sex is not, like your virginity, it doesn't exist. It's not a thing, you know? It's not some precious flower you have to worry about, or any sort of shame about my sexuality or my identity. So I think that's amazing, you know? I didn't grow up with that. It seems pretty toxic. And that they're all very, in my family, very like open and progressive. I can talk about anything. I think the limit for things I'm not allowed to do is murder.
I'm probably gonna say how accepting they are, because, okay, I'm gay and I came out when I was 19 years old, which is like pretty late, I guess. Usually people come out when they're like in high school or whatever. But when I came out to my parents, they literally just said, okay. And I just started bawling my eyes out. I knew they were gonna be accepting, but to like a certain degree, you know? And the way that they just were like, you're still our daughter. Like, we don't care about who you date, who you're with. It's just, we just love you for who you are. And so I just love how accepting they've been my whole life. Even when I was like, oh, I want to go do this, I want to go move here, I want to change my career, they're like, okay, like you do you know? And I've just always loved that about them.
oh man, they're so non-judgmental. If I could define it in a single word, no matter what I do, they know that I'm just trying, that I'm just figuring shit out, you know? Like, I remember, like, growing up, I used to just goof around in the shower and like run around naked and come outside and like rub my good shit all over the house and, you know, like rub against the wall and just like come around and like, you know, just like make messes everywhere. And my mom would come home and she'd be like, what happened? And I'd be like, and she'd be like, did you do all this? And I was like, and she'd be like, and she'd start laughing. She would laugh. You know, she'd be like, what the fuck, man? But she'd still be like laughing. She'd be like, what the fuck, man? You know? Like, she knew somewhere deep inside of her that I was just trying to, I don't know about this world. I don't know how things feel. I don't know. And that's what children are. They're like these balls of like, which is what we all are, really. You're just balls of like, I wonder what this is. I wonder what that is. And you want to feel and you want to touch and you want to experiment. And of course, in order to learn, you have to try. And you're not going to figure, you might break things along the way and you might make mistakes. But because of that fact that she knew that I was just learning, she didn't have any judgment towards me. And she didn't have any criticism or making me believe. What she did is she made me know that by being, and again, it related to what I said before, like by being myself, I can't go wrong.